Officials in Hawaii are working to identify the victims known to have been killed in wildfires on the island of Maui. The governor has confirmed that children are among the dead. Relief efforts are underway, donations being unloaded to help residents left homeless by the disaster. The federal government has promised large amounts of aid, and President Joe Biden says he will visit soon. Now, many on Maui are still without power and are running low on supplies. Survivors have recalled their terrifying experiences escaping from the flames.
The Pacific saved Annalise Cochran's life. Just minutes before the fire burned her car, Annalise and her neighbor Edna escaped into the ocean. The rocks cut her arms and legs, but she didn't lose her willpower. For hours, she kept herself submerged up to her neck in the cold water.
We got as low as we could, but at that point, Edna and I both started to lose consciousness. We began to hallucinate. I would kind of pass out into the water, and as my face hit the water, I would come to again and realize where I was and what was going on and how I needed to keep myself safe.
For Annalise and Edna, help finally arrived. Many others did not escape the rapidly moving flames. The tragedy has left around 100 dead and more than 1,000 missing. A massive search operation is underway. Sniffer dogs are working their way through hundreds of burnt-out homes and vehicles. The intensity of the blaze and scale of destruction have made it difficult to find and identify human remains. A week after the fire, only a few of the dead have been identified using their fingerprints. The exact number may not be known for weeks.
Let's get an update from DW's Conchi Moya reporting from Maui. Can you tell us more about the situation there and what kind of support survivors have been receiving?
Yes, most of the survivors are still being placed in shelters and are staying with friends and family. Many have also flown out to the mainland or have been saying that they are going to return to their countries of origin. Like there are many Argentinians who are doing this and selling the cars and getting out. The ones who are here are in pressing need for food, for water still, and also for mental health, because I've seen a lot of people traumatized. Now, for those who are staying, they also need legal assistance and a perspective, because right now the people who have lost their houses are very vulnerable and are prone to sell their land. They claim, some of them, that they have been receiving calls from people saying they're realtors and they try to purchase their lands. As they have lost their jobs and have no perspective, they are vulnerable to this. That's something that the governor wants to prevent. He said that he will try to prevent that anyone outside of the state buys the land of the people here, but it's unclear how he's going to manage to do that because there are federal laws that allow for it to happen.
So a really precarious situation there. As people start looking for answers about what might have started this blaze, we know that Hawaii's biggest power company, Hawaiian Electric, is facing criticism for not shutting off the power during high wind warnings, even as power lines started to fall down. Have there been any further developments there?
Not yet. There are many different lawsuits taking place. And the company itself has said that it has launched an investigation, and there will be also another investigation coming from the state, and Hawaiian Electric has said that they will fully cooperate with it. Now, the lawsuits are accusing Hawaiian Electric of lack of maintenance that could have prevented this. And also, they say that it was foreseeable that something like this could happen and they should have cut off the power. The company is saying they don't have this program, and this is highly controversial because the power, as shown in California, for example, is needed for people in help dependent on medical devices and also to pump the water for the firefighters.
Yeah, and while the situation remains so dire, there have been calls from some locals for tourists to stay away from Maui. Are those calls being heeded?
Yeah, partly yes. There have been tens of thousands of tourists who have left the island already, and I could see myself there's a slowdown in the island. Now, the residents I've been talking to, they're a little resentful about tourism right now in the west coast of Maui, concretely in Lahaina, in the Lahaina area, because they feel the resources should go to the people in need right now, and they don't need tourists going around the area and where there are still bodies that have to be recovered. They don't feel it's right. But overall, like, there have been many cancellations in the island, and in other parts, like in Kihei and Wailea, in the south of the island, they need the tourism because it's the source of income for this island and for its people.
Well, thank you so much for your reporting there. That is Conchi Moya in Maui.
Thank you.